Hi everyone, I'm Ganesh. I'm a software engineer and I mostly work on stream processing systems and sometimes on Beam. In this session, I mostly wanted to introduce you all to remote inference transform in Beam Java SDK and talk about how to use the transform in your pipelines and how to write your own model handlers with your own external model services. So before starting, why do we even need to integrate ML services in pipeline, and how does it help us? So the idea here is to treat the LLM as a transform. Typically, P transforms are it takes an input P collection and produce a fixed set of applied expected transform on it and then return a fixed expected output. But leveraging LLMs would help us unlock a whole new set of kind of transformations like classifying and reasoning on perform complex reasoning on your data with pipeline. And Beam already provides a strong foundation for inferencing, so ML is a great place for Beam. So Beam's solution to ML data processing is the run inference transform. It's based in Python, and the transform has been around here for a while. There's a model locally in the worker and perform inferencing on the input data, and handle batches and failures, and it works both in batch and streaming context. Currently, Run Inference provides model handlers for PyTorch, TensorFlow, and Hugging Face. There is also an remote model handler abstraction that allows performing inference with external model APIs like Gemini models, which are huge and can't be loaded locally in the worker, and they are private as well. Um, Python remote model handler is also the inspiration for what we are going to talk with today with Java. So run inference is great, but it's mostly Python only because uh, traditional ML frameworks like PyTorch or TensorFlow are Python based, and its developers are basically Python users. Plus, Java never had a large ML ecosystem, but this has changed now with LLMs, and typically they're big and accessed via API. So it allows inferencing with independent of language, since it's accessed via API. So that's the gap the remote Java remote inference transform solves. It basically provides two things: transform infrastructure and then base abstraction for performing inference calls with external ML APIs. The idea here is pretty same as run inference transform, and it has similar concepts. Plus, if you're already using run inference transform, it's easy to get started with Java remote inference transform. So now that we know the purpose of Java remote inference transform, let's look at how to use it in your pipelines. The first step would be to add the dependencies in your pom.xml. I know it's obvious, but specifically for the transform, the remote inference module is the required one, which gives you access to the transform itself and the base abstractions. Second is optional one. It is specific to model provider. Let's say if you are using OpenAI, you need to use OpenAI module with your project. If it is something else, some other module. And second step is to understand the input that your model takes, and how does it respond to the what's the model's response. For example, in OpenAI module, we have an very well defined input types and response types. These predefined types will help with basically make the downstream processing easier of the model response. And also you need to define the required model parameters like API key, model name, and the instruction prompt that would basically tell the model what to do with your data. And it's to just run inference. So it's pretty easy to use the transform, and everything we discussed in previous slides connect here with the input types and output types. You just need to call the invoke function, pass the handler class, and with the parameters. This is an trivial example, and I just wanted to keep it simple. Here we define the model parameters and the prompt and create the inputs and apply the remote inference transform on the inputs by passing the OpenAI handler class and the parameters that is defined. So now that we know how to use the transform, let's deep dive into how the remote inference transforms work internally. Typically, a transform has multiple layers, like an onion, and most beam transforms look simple from the outside, but internally there are multiple layers working together to basically do the job. Let's peel the layers of remote inference transform and look what's inside. The first layer is the API layer that we saw in previous slide. It's just about the usage. And second layer is the do fund layer. And this majorly does two things, which is initialize the model client and send input p collection elements for inference. So as a first step, the do fund calls the setup handler. This function initializes the model handler by calling the create client method, where the model handler would connect to the API and authenticate with the API that we passed with the API key that we passed with the parameters. And this is also the place where the do fund will decide which model handler to use. For example, in previous slides, we passed the OpenAI model handler class. That's where we explicitly tell the transform that we would want to use OpenAI model handler. If you pass a different handler, like let's say Gemini or Anthropic, the DoFund will initialize the model-specific handler. And the first step is done. This is one-time thing. And second is the process element function. This works when during pipeline execution and the transform receives inputs from the previous stage, and it calls the request method of the model handler, passes the inputs and inputs to the request method, and request method calls the actual the OpenAI service or some other model service, and returns the model's response as input and output pairs, and the result is passed on to next transform. So Beam currently provides OpenAI module as a model handler. If you'd like to integrate your own custom model services, so here is how you do it. Beam remote module already has the foundation needed for inference. And your goal here is to basically tell the transform how your model service works and how to interact with it. As a first step, similar to our previous OpenAI example, where we used predefined input and output types, you need to define the model services input and output types by extending the base framework that remote module provides. And you also need to define the your required models parameters. And this is the main part where you write the model handler. You need to implement the base model handler class, interface. This is basically a contract on how the transform will use your model handler. And there are basically two things that you need to take care of. One is the create client function. This is where you initialize the model provider's library or via an API that you are hosting or hosted somewhere else. Second is the request method. It takes the list of input elements that for inference, and the request method should use the client to call the API and then return the input and model out base. And you also need to set the client to transient so that it doesn't get serialized. And the do fund will have initialize a model handler individually. Let's say if there are multiple workers, each worker needs to have its own model handler object and perform inference individually. So I just wanted to share the links to remote module interface and the OpenAI model handler so that you could go ahead and look at how a real model handler looks like. And yeah, thanks to Beam committers for Jack and for reviewing the remote inference module PR. And that's it.